have a chance. Richarlison. Cuts it back. Oh, what a goal! First up! It's just the 5th minute.
Still Lewandowski. Still Doski. Finds Dembele, and Dembele scores an equaliser. What a pass from Lewandowski. He has been the best player. He has actually got 2 assists. One of Gavi's goal and now Dembele's goal.
And City wins! City won the match. Manchester City won the match.
Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In the last episode or last match, basically, I keep on saying episode because I'm doing the career mode series. You know, I've been doing career mode series and it has basically been a habit of saying that. But yeah, in the last match, we have done Atletico Madrid and PSG completely dominated the game. They defeated Atletico Madrid 3-1. And who else but Ousmane Dembele to be on the score sheet, not once but twice. The Ballon d'Or winner, he has completely been ruthless against the Spanish side. And of course, he knows them since he was at La Liga with Barcelona, even though he didn't contribute Barcelona all that much, but he does knew his opponents pretty well. But anyway, in today's match, we're going to be doing Chelsea versus Barcelona. And no. This is not just a usual match. This was actually a sparked rivalry that has actually ignited in recent years. Basically, in 2009, go back to 2009 and you'll see why I'm telling you that. So, in 2009, both these sides were literally leveled at the end of first leg. Of course, nothing to be decided at Camp Nou. So, they all basically have to play their might at Stamford Bridge. So, they have to give it all at Stamford Bridge. And that's when the controversy started. Of course, after the Chelsea goal was scored by Michael Essien, that's when the controversy started. Malouda actually was being tackled by one of the Barcelona players, and that could have been a penalty, but instead they've actually given it a free kick. And then there were so many controversies, like, of course, a handball, and then, of course, another handball. It was an Eto'o handball, Gerard Piqué handball, and then, Drogba was pushed, and I don't know what's going on. But anyway, Barcelona did get a red card, but still that didn't stop them from not beating Chelsea. And that's how they won against Chelsea, but controversially, of course. And Chelsea did manage to get revenge on them just 3 years later, beating them at Camp Nou thanks to an unbelievable goal by Fernando Torres. Unbelievable! Yeah, the iconic Gary Neville commentary after, Torres scored the goal against Barcelona. But yeah, these two sides meet again at Stamford Bridge. And I have a feeling that this might actually be another controversy that could happen, but who knows? But I have a feeling that Barcelona, despite not having their best players, and especially Lamine Yamal lacking in form, I have a feeling that they can still get the job done over Chelsea, but we don't know. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys to watch my future videos because that could only give me more motivation and more fuel for me to add up and try to make more videos. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. And without further ado, let's get to Stamford Bridge to see Chelsea take on Barcelona. Alright guys, we're here at the Stamford Bridge to see Chelsea take on Barcelona in what would be a fiery encounter. Of course, these two sides really hated each other ever since the controversies at this very own stadium. But yeah, Chelsea were leading thanks to a goal from Michael Essien, but of course, there were plenty of controversies which could have been a one-sided match for Chelsea. Instead, Barcelona won this one on away goal, beating Chelsea 1-1, and that's how they won the final. This could have been a Chelsea-Man United final. It was for the controversy. But anyway, enjoy the UEFA Champions League anthem. Alright, so we're going to start with the Chelsea lineup with, of course, Enzo Maresca as the manager of this club. But, of course, Robert Sanchez being the keeper with, of course, Cucurella, Colwill, Chalobah, Reece James, the skipper, Caicedo, Fernandes, Jamie Bino Gittins, Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto, and, of course, João Pedro, the lone man striker here for Chelsea. But, yeah, both these sides, they've been doing decent this Champions League campaign. Of course, Chelsea lost to Bayern Munich, and then Barcelona lost to PSG. Both these teams have lost to serious big contenders of this competition. But can these sides, one of these sides, get a win here? Especially to stay in the top 8 and not get into a difficult group stage. Basically a difficult knockout stage. Well, anyway, Barcelona's starting 11 is as follows. Hansi Flick is the manager of this club. But of course, let's take a look at the starting lineup here for Barcelona. Joan Garcia is the keeper. Balde, Martinez, Kubasi, Jules Koundé, Frenkie de Jong, Pedri, Rafinha the skipper, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, and Lewandowski, the lone man striker here for Barcelona. Of course, Lamine Yamal, the heir to Messi's throne, and of course, Neymar's fanboy. But yeah, both these sides, it's going to be very close. But one of these sides will get a win. But looks like Chelsea's going to be the one to start here. With, of course, Cucurella having the ball. It's Jamie Bino Gittins. Makes a wonderful pass to Cucurella. Somehow manages to keep it in play. Here's Caicedo. Caicedo makes a wonderful lobby pass. And for some reason, Barcelona managed to get this one, but fell off. But now here's Jamie Bino Gittins. Somehow João Pedro has the ball. Still Pedro. Pedro finds Jamie Bino Gittins. Still Gittins. Is it a corner kick? It is. Chelsea have an opportunity to take the lead from the jump. And of course, Enzo Maresca is the manager. He's trying to focus on the tactics here. See what they can do from this set piece. So they're going to go short here. That was Maresca's plan. Enzo Fernandez here. He actually finds Trevor Chalobah. But that actually didn't work as Lamine Yamal gets this one. Finds Frenkie de Jong. Yamal with it. Still Lamine Yamal, the galactic winger here for Barcelona. Back passes it to Jules Koundé. Still Yamal. Still Koundé. A bit of tiki-taka play from Barcelona. Frenkie de Jong. De Jong finds Rafinha. Still De Jong. De Jong finds Rafinha. Rafinha to Pedri. Pedri finds De Jong. A bit tiki-taka pass play here from Barcelona. Is Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal finds Lewandowski. Lewandowski to Rafinha. But Reece James with a wonderful interception. Finds Jamie Bino Gittins. Jamie Bino Gittins to Cucurella, to Chalobah. Cucurella. Chelsea are actually, they're actually trying to look for a win here. Especially given the fact that these two sides are really doing decent this season, as I already told you. But basically Chelsea and Barcelona, both these sides are evenly matched. Yet to break the deadlock. Just after 15 minutes. Now here's Alejandro Balde. Balde finds Rafinha. As you can see, player to watch, Cole Palmer. One of the coldest players in the planet. Can he somehow get on the score sheet? We just don't know. Now here's Barcelona with it. It's Lewandowski. But Chelsea managed to get this one. Now here's Pedro Neto. He finds João Pedro. João Pedro finds Caicedo to Fernandes. Back to Caicedo. Then to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez to Cucurella. Cucurella finds Jamie Bino Gittins. I'm struggling to see where the ball is and where they're actually trying to pass. But what a tackle from who else? Jules Koundé. And Yamal manages to keep it in play. Finds Lewandowski. Or is it Olmo? That's Olmo, by the way. Sorry. Olmo finds Koundé. Koundé manages to find an overlapping run by Olmo. Dani Olmo makes a good cross. And that could have been a chance for Lewandowski to head this one in. But just went off target. And Enzo Maresca is with a sigh of relief because that could have been the opening goal here for Barcelona. Robert Sanchez boots this one. Chelsea get this one here. Palmer. He finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo finds Jamie Bino Gittins. Cucurella. Fernandez. Cucurella finds Jamie Bino Gittins. Jamie Bino Gittins to Fernandez. But Barcelona with a perfect interception. Now here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal finds Frenkie de Jong. Both these sides are really evenly matched because basically given the fact these two sides do really hate each other, so they're basically playing safe to see who's actually going to get the inflictor here. Now here's Lamine Yamal. What a tackle from the Spaniard, Cucurella. He knows Yamal, by the way, so that was a perfect tackle from Cucurella, but Barcelona still has it. Now here's Lewandowski. Lewandowski makes a wonderful chip pass to Lamine Yamal, and it's going to be a Barcelona corner kick with Cucurella tapping this one out. Rafinha is going to be the one to take the corner. He is perfect with set pieces, so do not judge the Brazilian because he knows what he can do, and especially what Brazilians can do. So anyway, Rafinha is the one to take it. He crosses this one in, and that was an opportunity for Lewandowski. It was not far behind, like far ahead, like not pretty bad or shabby. Just missing. As Chelsea managed to get this one away just over the keeper. Not a bad header from Lewandowski, but just over the keeper. And Chelsea get this one from the goal kick pile. Now here's Robert Sanchez with a wonderful kick. Finds Frankie de Jong. Which is actually an interception, by the way. But that was a weak effort here from Robert Sanchez. A tame effort, but now Barcelona, they're actually playing passive. It's basically like a game of chess. Both these sides are not venturing deep. However, this could change as Lewandowski manages to go into the Chelsea defense and somehow scores it past the keeper. What a goal from the Polish man, Lewandowski. In just 3 shots, by the way. 3rd time the charm. Hansi Flick is delighted that his favorite player just scored the goal for him. And of course the fans are delighted because that was a wonderful goal. And I can't believe it. It is rubbish here. Like seriously, the replays are just so rubbish. What a goal from Lewandowski. Robert Sanchez could not make a save because that was a deeply complacent shot from Robert Lewandowski. Hansi Flick is excited. And with that, Barcelona get a 1-goal lead over Chelsea. But can Chelsea manage to get this one? Can they score the equalizing goal? Can they score it? Well, we're just going to find out as Barcelona managed to defend this one. There's Alejandro Balde. Inigo Martinez has it. Still Balde. Balde finds Rafinha. What a tackle from Reece James. Chelsea are on the attack. Here's Pedro Neto. Still Neto. Neto with a wonderful pass, but Barcelona's defense are just too good. Now here's Rafinha. Still Rafinha. Rafinha makes a pass to Balde, who finds Pedri. Still the skipper. Still the Barca skipper. Here's Inigo Martinez. Balde to Rafinha. What a tackle from Reece James. But yeah, man, like seriously, the FC26 replays are just so rubbish recently. But as you can see, Chelsea just went into the offside zone. What a smart play from the Barca defense, as it was Pedro Neto who was caught offside. And Barcelona get this one away. Because that could have been a Chelsea attack. And it's Alejandro Balde to take this one. 1 minute of added time, by the way. Is he going to go short or deep? Or long? He's going to go short. Finds Pedri. And it's going to be half time because Barcelona is still at their own line. Or are they going to go for one last attack? They are. And that could have been a second goal for Barcelona, but Robert Sanchez made a pivotal save. And that's already the first half with Barcelona having a slender lead over Chelsea. And who else but the Polish man to actually give Barcelona the lead? Robert Lewandowski scored at the 37th minute to give Barcelona the lead over Chelsea. As it's half time with Chelsea 0, Barcelona 1. We're going to take a look at the highlights. It's a pretty good stadium, by the way. I just really can't stop glazing because this has by far been the best stadium. Both these teams are excited. So are the players and the coaches as well. Chelsea's, by the way, the one to start it with the kickoff. Palmer's or is Pedro, I don't know. But as you can see, Barcelona had the opportunity to score. Robert Lewandowski's header was off target. Sanchez didn't have to flinch. Because that was an opportunity for Barcelona. Lewandowski just put his hands on his head because that was a tame effort. And then Rafinha had the opportunity to give a wonderful pass to Lewandowski, but his head His header, by the way, was just off target. Unlucky here from the Polishman. However, it didn't matter as Lewandowski did eventually find it over the net. Just managed to get a goal here before halftime. Enzo Maresca was fuming because Sanchez could have made a save there, but Bowie move. What a goal here from the Polishman. But let's take a look at the match facts. As usual, Barcelona dominate Chelsea, with Chelsea failed to register a shot. Barcelona's 4 shot, one shot on target. That was actually the goal. But, oh my goodness. What a game we're having here. Of course, the mascot, the Chelsea mascot, so excited. Trying to give a bit of motivation here to the players and the fans. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one, as the second half will be coming up shortly, right after the break. Well, technically, we'll take a look at the players, and yep, they're getting ready. They are preparing for the second half, so yeah. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one, as second half will be coming up shortly, right after the break. Alright, guys, Barcelona is going to be the one to start the second half, as it's Lewandowski that actually kicks it off, with Frankie de Jong having it. Still De Jong. De Jong makes a wonderful long pass to Alejandro Balde, but somehow Reece James makes a wonderful tackle on Balde, by the way. Or is it Koundé? I don't know. It's Balde, sorry. Now here's João Pedro. Still João Pedro. João Pedro goes into the flank. He manages to find Neto. Neto finds Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez finds Cucurella. Yeah, that was Cucurella, but Barcelona's defense were just too good. Now here's Lewandowski. But Chelsea get this one. However, it's Frankie de Jong, and it's a late tackle from the Chelsea player. Lamine Yamal's the one to have it. The best right wingers of all time. He finds Pedri. Pedri finds Lewandowski, and that was a perfect finish and a wonderful goal from Lewandowski, which extends Barcelona's lead to 2. And as usual, the replays are just so rubbish. Like, what in the name of Satan is this? And of course, it's going to be substitution. Casado comes in for De Jong. Frankie de Jong. So, yeah. But I can't believe it. The replays are just terrible. Like, what? But anyway, guys, looks like Chelsea, they're starting off. I really hope the goal is shown. That's why we have the highlighter here to show you guys about the changes here and the moments here. But as you can see, Frankie de Jong has just picked up a knock. And that's because of the tackle here, by the way. And of course, that was Enzo Fernandez who was actually the man at fault. But seriously, man, seriously, the replays are just so rubbish here. I really got to get this fixed before the next match. But anyway, Jamie Bano-Gittins finds Cucurella. Still Cucurella. Cucurella finds Palmer, who finds Gittins. Finds Fernandez. Still Gittins. Gittins finds João Pedro. But Barcelona's defense are just too good. And now here's Pedri. Pedri finds Rafinha. Still Rafinha. Rafinha finds Martinez. Martinez finds Pedri. But I don't know why. The replays are just not as good as how it was. Here's Casado. Casado finds Lamine Yamal. Still Casado. Casado to Lewandowski. Olmo. This could be another goal, but what a save from Robert Sanchez. This could have been 3 goals here for Barcelona. But a save from Sanchez keeps it at 2-0. And it's going to be a substitution here for Nkunku coming on actually for Jamie Bano-Gittins, who's had a shocker. And now it's a corner kick here for Barcelona. Chelsea have literally failed to register a single shot. Can this change? Lewandowski. This could be a goal. And Barcelona scored their 3rd goal already. This is a destruction at Stamford Bridge. A goal from the captain gives Barcelona a 3rd goal. Rafinha is excited. So are the fans. They're all erupted. I really hope the replay is not rubbish. Finally, they actually showed a replay. It was a wonderful passive play here. It was a wonderful pass from Lewandowski. Then he found Dani Olmo. And then Rafinha. And then Rafinha manages to get this one in. Robert Sanchez failed to make a save on that part. And Maresca's fuming. It was not Chelsea's day. And why would it be? And of course, Barcelona are subbing Lamine Yamal. They think it's over. And I believe so because Barcelona have made an exclamation mark on Chelsea. Excuse me. But looks like Chelsea are actually going to be getting a huge loss. And as you can see, Yamal comes off for Ferran Torres. Because they know the game is over. The game's done. Nothing to be said here. Chelsea can at least score a goal. They are really not as good as how they were. The likes of Drogba, Frank Lampard. Like, if you really have Frank Lampard, if you really have Azpilicueta, or if you really have John Terry, if you really have Drogba, this could have been game on. But it is what it is. Chelsea have an opportunity, but what was Palmer doing? It was an outrageous one here from Cole Palmer, and Santos comes in for Enzo Fernandez, and Pedri comes in for Gavi, or comes off for Gavi. But what was that from Cole Palmer? I was not expecting a shocker here from the English midfielder here. The ball they has it, he finds Rafinha. Still Rafinha. Rafinha makes a cool pass to Alejandro Balde. And another bad tackle here from Chelsea. Gives an advantage for Barcelona. Chelsea had just a bit of a doo-doo here. And Rafinha actually tried to dribble the player, but somehow Reece James didn't fall for that. And now Palmer, still Cole Palmer. Can Chelsea conjure something? Or is it going to be the same result? Can basically Chelsea just waste 12 minutes just to give the win to Barcelona? Because this has been a complete shocker here from Chelsea. And what a tackle here from Marc Casado. But Cole makes a wonderful interception. We're at the 81st minute. 10 minutes to go already. And Barcelona, they've been completely dominant over Chelsea. This might probably be the predicted scoreline here. It has been nothing but a Barcelona masterclass. And it's actually a booking from Cole Palmer. He actually had a bad tackle on... Who was a Barcelona player? I don't even know, but... If you actually see, you can see what actually happened on Palmer's part. But anyway, looks like it's going to be a throw in here for Chelsea. Estevao comes in for Pedro Neto. But yeah, the fans are really not excited. They know that this game is done and dusted. The Chelsea fans. Now here's Palmer. It's another throw in here for Chelsea. Another one. Like seriously, what are Chelsea doing? I actually didn't say anything because I thought that was going to be another bad tackle on from Chelsea here. They're just frustrated because Barcelona, they're not giving the ball away, and Chelsea are they're just frustrated because Barcelona are just too good. Not only in terms of offense, but even in defense too. So, yeah. But anyway, Christopher Nkunku has it. Probably just to wait for the time to go. Yup. Nkunku's going into their zone, but somehow manages to trick the players. Now here's João Pedro. João Pedro manages to find Christopher Nkunku. 2 minutes of added time here, by the way. Can Chelsea at least get an exclamation mark, get a consolation goal? No, they can't. And Barcelona, they have one more attack left. Here's Casado. Casado finds Koundé. Koundé to Olmo to Lewandowski. A bit of time wasting here. Gavi. And of course, match has ended with Barcelona emerges victorious over Chelsea. Cucurella's fuming. He's frustrated because that was a doo-doo performance here from Chelsea. And Barcelona, they were too good. And who else but Lewandowski to have a masterclass performance? Scored a brace here at this bridge, which made sure that Barcelona were winners against Chelsea. As it's shown, it's full time. It's Chelsea 0, Barcelona 3. Alright, let's take a look at the highlights. This is a very good bridge actually, so yeah. So there were 3 actions. Of course, we'll take a look at Lewandowski's second goal. That was a wonderful pass and wonderful finish here from Lewandowski. Nothing much to say here. It was a pass from Pedri. And then there was a very innate display here from Barcelona. That was a wonderful goal, by the way. And then a save from Robert Sanchez. It was another tiki-taka display here from Barcelona. Dani Olmo was through, but not a match-winning save, but a pivotal save from Robert Sanchez. Kept it out, and that's how Barcelona they were applying pressure on Chelsea. Chelsea managed to hold on there, and then a goal from Rafinha thanks to a tiki-taka play. It was a pass, and then Lewandowski, then Olmo, and then who else? The captain, Rafinha. That's all. That's all the second half action was shown. A wonderful display here from Barcelona. Maresca is fuming. But anyway, let's take a look at the match facts. Barcelona 7 shots. Chelsea failed to register a single one. 7 shots, 4 shots on target. They were just too good on Chelsea, man. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Our next match will be the London Derby. The North London Derby, actually. And that's Arsenal taking on Tottenham in what would be a feisty game. And that's also going to be taking place at FC 26. So, yep. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. And we'll be back for our next match. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back, and just as we witnessed, it was a dominant display by Barcelona. Of course, they managed to beat Chelsea 3-0 at Stamford Bridge, all thanks to a brace from Lewandowski and a goal from the captain, Rafinha. A bit of tiki-taka was involved in the game, but they still managed to use their old tactics and their old strategic ways to win the match over their arch-nemesis rival. I'm saying arch-nemesis because of the 2009 controversy, but still, over their rivals Chelsea, 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. And about the replays there seems to be having a glitch replays. Not on 1 but 2 goals for Barcelona. And it has been a complete nuisance. It has basically been rubbish. And I don't know why. That almost made me lose motivation, to make videos. But luckily I kept on doing it. And I'm pretty sure why I'm doing it is because I'm pretty sure many of you might also be experiencing the same problem, where it only shows the center of the pitch and not the usual replay. So if you guys own FC 26 and FC 25, I'm pretty sure you might understand how I felt. I'm not the only one who's actually having that. I'm pretty sure if you own FC 26 or FC 25, you might be dealing with this issue. But we move. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Our next match is going to be Arsenal versus Tottenham. I might be actually trying to make it more interesting for that game, since this is a North London rivalry. So yeah, maybe I may not add my, I don't know. We're just going to keep it up and see what we can do. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.